91X.
91X, we are live at Scallywag with Hepcat. Welcome, fellas.
Hello.
What's up?
Welcome to the show.
You're at Scallywag. Hi, Mom.
I bet you guys do. I'm on the radio, Mom.
I'm on the radio.
She's listening, right? You guys can.
Mom, can you hear me? Turn on the radio. Oh, wait a minute.
Did you ever have that moment where you
Oh,
just
hell
like?
yeah.
I mean, do you go back to that moment where you?
Television moments.
Yeah, all those. Where
The biggest one was Time Magazine. So get Time Magazine. Go pick up Time Magazine. We're in it.
that's a big one because you're in print. You know,
Yeah, in
you can
print,
pull
but
that
it's-
thing out and flip it open anytime you want.
But you
not
know,
just-
it's like, what does Time Magazine really know about music? I mean,
they know
I
enough
was
about
grateful.
it.
They
to,
knew enough to put us in
Exactly.
there. I
Hey,
tell you what, baby.
it gave us grandma cred.
There it is.
From
See?
that point forward,
Absolutely.
all our grandmas had nothing to say. They're like, he's in Time Magazine.
Right.
Let the boy play his music.
Yes, because before
Nothing in
that,
school can wait.
they were singing a different tune before
Yeah.
that, right? What are you doing with
There's
your life?
always
How long are you going to
McDonald's.
do this?
You could always go to McDonald's.
He's always
Oh,
worked
yeah.
at the post office, honey.
Oh, yeah,
Always
that's a
had
good
it
gig.
at that
Government gig.
UPS.
Government work, man.
UPS.
Benefits,
They'll get you in.
salary, living wage.
Keep you going. And to be healthy. You be walking all the time?
Yeah, right. Well, you guys have been doing it a bit, and in the process, you have managed to, I don't even want to say grow into it, but ease into a groove that is a Hepcat groove.
It's more like
No one grooves like Hepcat.
it's more like a splash and play kind of groove.
Slip
like
and
we
slide?
slip and slide.
Slip
we
and slide?
slipped and
Weird.
slided into it. Is what
Right,
we
you
did.
slipped
Never
and
thought
slided
about it that
into
way.
it, and
Yeah.
then it's just this beautiful pool you came at, you know, just
Exactly.
basking now, right?
Yeah.
Now you're just basking in it.
Yeah, and we didn't hit any sprinkler heads.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I always laugh like when I think about there was that moment where it all clicked.
Yeah.
Like what we were, you know, we had a goal. All right, this is what we're going for.
Goosebump moment.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then literally, I think we played a set, and when it was done, we all looked at each other like, "Oh my God, I think that
Now
that
what
was
are we
it.
gonna do?
I think that's the sound we're looking for."
And then from there on out, it was dialed, it was on.
Yeah, it,
The switch
No,
was
it-
up, and you couldn't switch it off, right?
It's forever evolving.
yeah.
Oh,
And,
okay.
and
Exactly, yeah.
realizing that had to happen was the best thing that
Right.
could ever happen to this band or any.
Yeah,
Because when you think that you're all done and you
Yeah.
got your sound
Yeah.
locked in,
you are done.
You are done. That mentality
Yeah.
is crippling.
Yeah.
yeah, hopefully you didn't break and sell a
Yeah.
billion records because that's it for you for the rest of
Yep.
your life.
And the trick is to get that goosebump dialed moment in before you just throw in the towel because you get to be worn
And-
out or exhausted.
And keep having that goosebump moment
Yeah.
all the time. That's to us, the creative portion of what we do is probably the best part of what we do. Like playing in front of people is great,
Right.
but when we come up with something like, I don't want to walk alone, girl.
Right.
I don't want to walk alone. We come up with that. Look at that. Look.
Yeah,
Look.
yeah, it's right there. You
Ladies
can't
and
fake
gentlemen,
that.
if you can't see it, his
Still.
arm
No, me
is
too. Look at
raised
that.
in
That's
The day
goosebumps.
that
beautiful.
happened, the day that happened, I remember we had I Don't Want to Walk Alone, and I stopped. Remember at your house?
yeah.
I was all, wait, hold on. Okay, listen. Okay, here it comes. I don't want to walk alone. Ah! And we instantly, we all got it in one.
Yeah.
It clicked with everyone.
Yeah.
No one needed
Millisecond.
convincing.
Yeah.
And from that point
That's
forward,
incredible.
we just kept playing that song all
Yeah.
over the place.
And you still have those moments, and they happen naturally, or you've got to sometimes kind of put yourself in a space to accommodate that thing to happen for you.
It's tough, like anything
Yeah.
else in life. Like we all got our professions that we do outside of music. So when we get together,
That's
we
healthy.
always hope that we'll be able to achieve that same level.
Yeah.
But sometimes it doesn't happen, and that's got to be okay.
Yeah,
Right.
That's exactly it.
It's got to be okay. But when we do, it's totally
Yep.
when you don't expect it.
Yep.
Like everybody shows up
Okay.
grumpy.
Yeah.
Somebody
He's talking
got
about
in a
me,
car
by the way.
accident.
Right. Who's
You know,
grumpy? I can't imagine.
And then suddenly, one element goes in, and the person who's grumpy goes, "Oh, hey, let me add this." And before you know it, we're all
Yeah.
working like scientists.
Well, that's
on a
that's
record.
what happens when we go into a rehearsal space. Once you close that door, it's just us.
Yeah.
So our vibes, we just vibe off each other. So yeah, in the beginning, initially, we'll come in with all our outward, things that are affecting us
Yeah.
outside of that door.
Right.
But once you go in that rehearsal studio, you just spend a couple hours together, and something just happens, and it's 1990 all over again.
Yeah.
Because music heals and
Yes.
all that
Yes.
like
But
suffering
it really
and
does.
pain
Yes.
and agony you bring in there from the day-to-day, you know, life.
yeah.
Exactly.
You start playing, you get together, and
It's one thing to listen to music to feel good,
Yeah.
but when you can love a music and you play that music that you love, that's like a double healing potion right there. You know what I mean?
yeah. And so have you seen any young bands, you know, kids just coming out that are kind of going the ska route, that are looking at the same music you guys did, that you were initially after as a goal, that can hopefully kind of take the same route to come into their own sound that kind of transcends genres like you guys have done? Or is everyone kind of just jumping on more of the pop punk ska kind of craze?
Even if they are doing that, you see bands evolving, like
Yeah.
the Interrupters.
Oh, yeah.
We watched them start out, and I never met a group of more focused on what they want to do musicians.
Right.
And they basically drop back from everything for a week and come up with like 3 more songs that expand who they are just a little bit more.
Yeah,
You know, and then there's motivators out there like Tim Armstrong.
absolutely.
You know, he's like our modern day Joe Strummer. Joe Strummer was a big
Well said.
influence on Hepcat.
Yeah.
And the way he influenced us was to keep telling us, you know, what you're doing counts and what you're doing matters, and you need to keep doing it. When we're like, yeah, but you know, I mean, we're never gonna like sell 1 million records, and you know, the ska punk thing is taking over everything. So, F that, huh? Right? That's
Yeah,
good, right?
yeah.
F that.
That's what we say on the radio.
What
F
you're
that.
doing, what you're doing means so much to so many people that you have to. You now have given
Right.
yourself the responsibility
Right.
of.
You're
carrying that
obligated
baton.
now. You can't stop because you owe it to people that are hearing your music and benefiting from it emotionally, spiritually, physically, from dancing. All of it.
Exactly.
All of it. I love that. And I love that you guys keep at it. And I'm just thrilled to have you here today to hear it and see it live, because that's an experience.
Yeah, man. It's just fun on top of fun on top of fun. We have a really good time. We found ourselves creatively. You know, we enjoy ourselves musically. We make mistakes, but who cares?
Who cares?
Who cares?
I'm always
It's-
humbled.
It's about the vibe.
I'm always, honestly, like, as long as we've been doing this, I don't know how many times I kind of stop and go, huh, how did we end up here? How did this happen? Wow.
Surreal. It just so that it's
Yeah.
just surreal. It doesn't stop.
And then you
It's
see
incredible because
they-
so many people at your level will end up so cynical and so
Oh.
jaded, but you guys don't.
Well, I think the whole key to us is that we never had the success that was kind of
Okay.
earmarked for us. We didn't. It's not that we didn't accept it, but
Uh-huh.
it went there, and the band we kind of backed away from it.
Okay.
Fears and whatnot, not because we don't want that money.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, we just I
Keep
think
your
our
dirty money.
I think the fear of the success made Hepcat take a step back, which probably was the best thing for us.
For the long term, as far as just life on Earth as a human, that's the healthiest thing that could have happened. I
Pura
think.
vida, mai.
Absolutely. Here at Scallywag with Hepcat. Can't wait to hear you guys play. It's the set I'm looking forward to most. So thank you
Yes,
for being here and thank you for chatting with
Thank
me.
you.
Hey,
got
thank
it.
you. It's good
My
times.
pleasure.
Good
Yeah.
day. Good
91
day in the
X.
sunshine. Cheers.
91X.